What is up, y'all? My name is Ryan Yin and I'm from the Fishery Yin channel. 2 weeks ago, I fished my very first college bass fishing tournament, and today I would like to do a recap of what happened, what went wrong, what went right, and what I can do better to improve next time. It kind of feels weird to be speaking to a camera right now because I took like a week break from filming and now I got you guys all set up on this picnic table. Okay. We're back in the groove. Most of the gear I used in this tournament can be found at acmtackle.com. Use my code YIN10 to save you some money. But let's talk about the tournament now. I am currently a freshman at this College of William and Mary. I think that's how they like to call it. And there happened to be a fishing club on campus. So I went ahead and signed up and I got to participate in their very second annual fishing competition. This being my very first college tournament, I was super excited. So I went ahead and went on a canoe with my buddy Ian. And like a week before the tournament, we went out to the lake, which is actually behind me, and we just practiced. This bubblegum pink Gary Yamamoto Senko was the ticket. I would have it wacky rigged and I would toss it up shallow, and a lot of these pre-spawn bass would just come and munch it. So I caught 2 good fish with that technique. Right here is the Tungsten 2-Tap by Strike King. Lipless crankbaits during the springtime are one of my go-tos. So I bombed this bait out into the middle, I let it sink, and then I just started retrieving it, and soon enough, I had a big old fish on the end of my line. At this point, remember, this is still practice. So I'm like, okay, I got the fish figured out. I'm gonna win this tournament, or at least try to. The day of the tournament comes, and of course, a big old cold front rolls through. It just pours rain. And so I'm sitting in my canoe with my buddy Ian with like 20 other canoes. And my game plan was just to use the same strategies I did on my day of practice. Threw the bubblegum pink Senko, and sure enough, within like 10 minutes, I got the first fish in the boat. Feeling super confident, I'm like, all right, this is gonna be my ticket for today. Ooh, the dock's open. I'm gonna actually go and fish while I storytell. Come along, my friends. Where am I in this story? Ah, right. I catch what I believe is the first fish of the entire tournament. And then not too long after, my buddy Ian catches like a 2-pounder on underspin. Currently, my plan is paying off and we have 3 pounds in the boat already. I'm hype, my tournament partner Ian is hype. 20 minutes pass, then 30, then 40, and we haven't gotten another bite yet. But you guys remember the cold rain that came in the other night, right? Turns out, what a surprise, it threw the bass into a funk. And they just didn't want to eat our baits anymore. I switched from my Senko to a spinnerbait, and then from my spinnerbait to a lipless. I tried everything, or so I thought. When we went to the final weigh-in, I asked my friend Will, who ended up catching the most bass and also the heaviest bag, "What were you throwing, dude?" Turns out he was throwing a little itty bitty panfish jig head with like a Berkeley gulp minnow on the back. So what did I learn? Throwing a bait like this works, but what I should have probably done is cut it in half and fish it like a Texas rig. I know it sounds super weird, but it works. You take half of a Senko and just fish it like this. Never be afraid to downsize. Ian and I ended up placing 9th place, which was like probably out of 15 teams. It wasn't the results we wanted, but you fish and you learn. Anyways, I'm actually gonna go take one of my classmates fishing on a boat in a second here now. I hope there was something valuable you guys gained from this. Either it was entertaining or you learned, you know, what to throw during this time of year. Y'all stay tuned for the final Yin Tin reveal. And as always, fish for the adventure.